Good day, everyone. Welcome to my video. This is Angela Jen Q. Kalaykay, and in this video, we will be talking about validity, reliability, population, and sampling. In this lesson, we will be able to learn about validity, reliability, population, and sampling. To have the knowledge about the types of validity and reliability, to be informed of the reasons why we use sampling, and to recognize the importance of validity, reliability, population, and sampling in a research. You might want to have or to write some important notes as we go on through this video. So first is validity. What does validity mean? From the root word valid, it is having legal efficacy or force, executed with the proper legal authority and formalities, well-grounded or justifiable, being at once relevant and meaningful. Validity refers to the accuracy of a measure, whether the result really do represent what they are supposed to measure. So it means to say that if our research paper or our data is considered valid if it is justifiable and is accurate with what we are about to measure. So here are the types of validity. First, construct validity. It evaluates whether a measurement tool really represents the thing we are interested in measuring. So construct validity talks about the measurement tool. In content validity assesses whether a test is representative of all aspects of the construct. So when we talk about content validity, it talks about all aspects in our construct. Next is the phase validity. Considers how suitable the content of a test seems to be on the surface. It's similar to content validity, but phase validity is more informal and subjective assessment. Next is the criterion validity. It evaluates how well. The phase validity is how suitable. In criterion, how well a test can predict a concrete outcome, or how well the results of your test approximate the results of another test. So here is an example. A university professor creates a new test to measure applicants' English writing ability. To assess how well the test really does measure students' writing ability, she finds an existing test that is considered a valid measurement of English writing ability, and compares the result when the same group of students take both tests. If the outcomes are very similar, the new test has high criterion validity. We're talking about reliability. From the root word reliable, it is suitable or fit, to be relied on, dependable, giving the same result on successive trials. So other words are dependable, trustworthy, trusty, true, solid, safe, responsible, honest, good, and sure. Reliability refers to the consistency of a measure, whether the result can be reproduced under the same conditions. Our data should be consistent in order for us to know that our data or research is reliable and trustworthy. So here are the types of reliability. First, the test retest. It measures the consistency of results when you repeat the same test on the same sample at a different point in time. So note that it is same test, same sample, different point in time, and it is needed to be consistent. So here is an example. A group of respondents is tested for IQ scores. Each respondent is tested twice. The two tests are, say, a month apart. Then, the correlation coefficient between the two sets of IQ scores is a reasonable measure of the test retest reliability of this test. Next is the iterator. It measures the degree of agreement between different people observing or assessing the same thing. It is also called inter-observer reliability. You use it when data is collected by researchers assigning ratings, scores, or categories to one or more variables. Third is parallel forms. It measures the correlation between two equivalent versions of a test. You use it when you have two different assessment tools or sets of questions designed to measure the same thing. And lastly is internal consistency. Assesses the correlation between multiple items in a test that are intended to measure the same constructs. Next would be population. What is population? A population is the entire group. Remember that, okay? Entire group that you want to draw conclusions about. Note that the population doesn't always refer to people. It can mean a group containing elements of anything you want to study, such as objectives, events, organization, countries, species, organisms, and etc. Here are the types of population. First is a finite population, known as a countable population, in which the population can be counted. In other words, it is defined as a population of all the individuals or objects that are finite. Examples of finite populations are employees of a company, potential consumers in a market. Second is the infinite population. Is known as an uncountable population in which the counting of units of the population is not possible. Examples of an infinite population is the number of germs in the patient's body and stars in the sky. Of course, no one could count them. Next is existent population. It is known as the population of concrete individuals. Okay, remember that, concrete individuals. In other words, the population whose unit is available in solid form is known as existent population. Examples are books, students, and etc. Lastly is the hypothetical population, whose units is not available in solid forms. Not available in solid forms is known as the hypothetical population. A population consists of sets of observations, objects, etc. that are all something in common. In some situations, the populations are only hypothetical. Examples are an outcome of a rolling dice and the outcome of a tossing coin. Lastly, is sampling. What is a sampling? A sample is the specific group, okay? Specific group that you will collect data from. Okay, a sample is taken, okay? A sample is taken out from the population, okay? A sample is taken out from the population itself. The character or the characteristics, this circled one, the characteristics that's in the population needs to be in the sample as well, in order for the sample to represent the entire population. So that is sampling. Here are some reasons why we use sampling. So first is necessity. Sometimes it's simply not possible to study the whole population due to its size or inaccessibility. Of course, we couldn't use the entire population in doing some research. Next is practicality. It's easier and more efficient to collect data from a sample. Third is cost effectiveness. There are fewer participants, laboratory equipment, and researchers' costs involved. Lastly is manageability. Storing and running statistical analysis on smaller datasets is easier and reliable. In conclusions, why are we studying these things? First is validity and reliability is very important because it ensures that the data are sound and replicable and the results are accurate. Validity will tell you how good a test is for a particular situation, while reliability will tell you how trustworthy a score on that test will be. Next is the population data is essential for planning purposes. Third is that sampling saves money by allowing researchers to gather the same answers from a sample that they would receive from the population. Here are some short questions for us in order for us to answer and evaluate ourselves and to remember the things that we have discussed in today's lesson. Good luck and God bless!